Hey everyone, I need your attention for 1 minute. This is not one of those ads. This is something that has changed my entire life. If you've been listening to this podcast, you know that this is all about personal development as the foundation for everything good in your life. And this podcast is now sponsored by Growth Day, which is the world's first all-in-one personal development app. I mean, oh my gosh, can you imagine having everything all in one place that you need to create the life that you want? Now you can. So if you've been struggling with your motivation, your mood, your productivity, or your purpose, you have to check this out. Growth Day helps you consciously change your life and achieve your potential. It has all the self-improvement tools, motivational classes, and life coaching all in one place. So many of us want to improve our lives, but the question is how? Where do we start? What do we use? How do you get unstuck? How do you make self-improvement stick? Well, research shows how. It's when you consistently journal, track your habits, set goals, learn from empowering mentors, and challenge yourself that you'll be happier, healthier, and more successful. But let me ask you something. Where do you actually do all of your personal development work? I have to tell you that over 300,000 people use Growth Day for a reason. It works. It's the world's #1 software for self-improvement. Growth Day has an amazing mindset journal that I absolutely love, a habit tracker, and a goal-setting system. In fact, I bet if you went to my stories this week, you probably saw me using the journaling app and telling you to do it too, because it's the first time that journaling has ever actually stuck consistently in my life because of this app. And best of all, Growth Day has live inspirational classes every single week from the world's top motivational speakers and life coaches. These are people who have impacted my life in huge ways. These are mentors who I already knew and loved. In fact, this is something that's so huge for me, you guys. I personally teach a class in Growth Day every single month, and it is one of the most fun things that I get to do, and I'd love to see you there. These classes will truly shift your life. There's always something new that you will learn. So join me and 300,000 achievers growing our lives with actual real intention. Visit growthday.com/Lori for a free trial. Yes, you can try this for free. So go to growthday.com/Lori and go live your best life. You guys, that's growthday.com/Lori. And I can't wait to see you there.
I firmly believe that when you commit to something or you decide that you want to be different, a million tests are going to come in to say, hey, do you really want this? Are you just joking around? Are you really the person who's going to be strong enough to handle all of the things that come with the blessings? Welcome to the Earn Your Happy podcast. I'm Lori Harder, founder of The Bliss Project, 3-time fitness world champion, fitness expert, and cover model turned self-love junkie, lifestyle entrepreneur, and author. Each week, I'll bring you a guest or a thought that will help you bust through your fears, connect to your soul, and get focused and clear so you can elevate your life, business, and relationships. We don't wait until we're ready for someone to tell us we're good enough. We take what we want and we anoint ourselves. Get ready to earn, own, and unapologetically rock your happiness every single day. Are you with me? Here we go. Welcome back to the Earn Your Happy podcast. And it's time for another quickie because there's always time to fit in inspiration. And something that I am so excited to talk to you today about is the journey. And this is the topic of pretty much every conversation that I have on here. But I want to talk directly to the people who are right in the middle. And I'm talking about the middle of that dark tunnel that you have to go through where you can no longer see the light from the entrance, and you no longer even have faith that there is going to be light at the end of the tunnel. Like you are smack dab in the darkest point in the middle, and you know what direction is going to supposedly get you out of the tunnel, but you're not really sure if you keep going that way that you're actually going to make it. Like you're past the point of no return. But you also have this feeling that no matter what, you can go back. But there's a part of your soul that now that you have taken this journey and you've mentally prepared and you've taken the leap, that there's no possible way in hell that you're ever going back. So I want to talk to that person today who maybe you have started on an idea or you are really committed to changing your life, whether it's your business or your health, or you are just like ready to up level. Like you're not thinking small anymore. You are not wanting to gossip or talk about problems or talk about pain or talk about all of the horrible things that are going in the world all of the time. You don't want to be bonding over drama. You don't want to be thinking negative, being around negativity. Like you're done. But your reality does not yet support this place that you want to go and where your mindset is. So this is the point where so many people are at, and where so many people do still decide to go back to the comfort, right? The comfort of just knowing what every day is going to look like, which is just insane because I did it too. And when I say go back, it's like, sometimes, even though it's painful and it's torturous to go back, it's familiar. And familiarity feels more comfortable sometimes than not feeling any familiarity and not feeling like you fit anywhere. So sometimes at least you feel like you fit into the negativity, or you know that you'll be accepted, or you know that you can go back to those, friends evenings or wine nights or family events where you don't say a peep and you just stay quiet, but no matter what, you'll still be, included, or you'll still be accepted. And there are people right now who are in that journey of, I just don't know if this is real or not. Like, I don't really believe, or I'm not sure, or my faith is really dwindling on whether or not I can be that person who can reach his or her goals. And this is the do or die point, you guys. This is it. This is the point that every single person questions their faith. They question why they're doing it. A lot of times we start to question if it's possible, and we question our faith and our ability because the people who are most familiar to us and who we believe know us the best, because they were there maybe, when we grew up, or maybe they're the people who we let into our lives the most. But you are not the same person as you were growing up. You are not the same person sometimes that you're even putting out on the outside. Like, they don't actually know you if you're not authentically being yourself. And remember that you have every right to change, and you should be changing. You should be evolving. So right now, if people are telling you that you used to be more fun, or they're questioning your integrity, or they can't believe that you're trying to make money off of something, or they think that you're a bad person because maybe they feel like you are leaving them behind, or you're ditching them for these new friends or this new way of life, trust me, all of it is a part of the journey. And what happens is your environment just doesn't yet reflect and support where you're going. So there is a transition period. This is normal. This is going to last longer than you wish it would last. It's going to be a lot longer, because what happens is you are now starting to create the life that's going to support the way that you're thinking. But what's going to happen is it takes an entire life change, and this doesn't happen overnight. So one thing that I always do, and I want to tell people, is just be really grateful that you were blessed with the awareness to want to evolve. Be grateful that you have been blessed with really feeling and seeing the vision and feeling a pull towards it. Be grateful for where you have come from so that you can completely resonate and understand everyone, because where you are going to need every ounce of that compassion and understanding. And you are transcending so that you can go and help those people that you are quote unquote leaving behind. You're never leaving them behind. You are just choosing to move forward, and they can choose with you. But what's going to happen is so many of them are going to try to pull you back. They're going to try to pull you back. And that is okay. That's your test. I firmly believe that when you commit to something or you decide that you want to be different, a million tests are going to come in to say, hey, do you really want this? Are you just joking around? Are you really the person who's going to be strong enough to handle all of the things that come with the blessings? And this is so important because I know I've talked about this so many times on the podcast, but I get questions every day. It's like I cannot drill this into you guys enough by saying the journey is hard. People are going to question you. They're going to leave horrible comments on your social media. They're going to inbox you DMs that are going to make you want to quit. They're going to say nasty things to you. Your family is going to tell you that you don't know what you're talking about. They're going to think that you're going against their beliefs or whatever that looks like. You're going to have to break massive patterns. You're going to have to break free of these chains, right? They don't actually, it's all existing within your mind. So the person that is so committed and does it with love, I'm not saying, go and tell your family off or go tell those people who are trying to pull you back to F off or whatever that looks like. Like you just want to throw up two middle fingers and be like, I'm out of here. Because I've definitely had those moments multiple times in my life. But that is not going to be able to pull you through to the other side. Yes, it's okay to get mad. Yes, it's okay to sit in those feelings of anger over them not understanding you. But the thing that's going to be able to get you through is just massive compassion and just put your nose down to the grindstone and keep on going and know that they don't see what you see. Right? They don't get to see the vision that you see. They don't understand it. So just keep doing your thing. Don't try to make them understand. Don't try to get their support. Stop it. Stop it. Okay, anyone who's fighting to try to get someone to understand their side or see that their choices are in integrity or to see that they're doing this business because they want to make money to help support people, you don't have to keep explaining yourself. You are wasting your time and you are wasting your energy. Stop explaining to people who don't understand and start speaking directly to the people who are ready to listen. I hope that you're getting this. Stop wasting your energy. Bless those people. Love them. Move forward. Start building a community and tapping into people who want the same thing as you. This is like trying to convince people of something that they absolutely do not want, right? You have to go find the people who want what you are teaching, who want what you're looking for. And in the middle, what it's going to look like is it's going to be a big, messy, hot shit show because you've not been speaking this way before. You haven't been showing up authentically. So all of a sudden, to all of the people in your life who you've been wearing a mask around, or you've just been trying to fit in because you don't want to be hurt or be excluded, all of a sudden they're going to be like, whoa, you've changed, or we don't like your message, or whatever that looks like, because you haven't been living in your truth. And that's okay. Tons of us haven't been until we're like, we can't live this way anymore, right? Like, who made these rules? When did I decide that I was going to be a part of these rules? So until you start creating these places, until you start forming these relationships, until you start getting rid of the things in your life that don't support you and creating the habits that do, there is going to be a giant fight between the two worlds of you living authentically and doing what you want to do and your past life that you've had for the last 20, 25, 30, 45, 55, 65, whoever's listening to this, years. Like, you have to remember that you're in the middle of changing the world that you live in and how you show up. So in that transition period, it feels messy. It feels turbulent. It's terrible until you start really matching that life up to your new actions. This can take a year. This can take 5 years, 10 years, 20 years. Give yourself faith, give yourself grace. So much grace and love during this time. And know that eventually it's kind of just like, I'm learning to play guitar right now. It's so weird. Like, all of a sudden it's like you'll wake up and you learned something that you were like the other day, like, I'm such an idiot. Why can't I get this? Oh my God, my body's never going to get this. I just must be someone who can't play guitar. right? This is literally what I've been telling myself. I just must be someone who can't play guitar. Like, I don't think my brain's smart enough to make my hand play this way. And then all of a sudden you keep doing it and 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 there's no change. And all of a sudden 3 weeks later you wake up and you understand these chords. And don't get me wrong. I mean, like I literally still feel like I told myself that story every time I learn something. Then we add in a new chord to learn, right? So this is exactly what it's like. You're going to master something after you're like, I absolutely don't think this is going to happen for me, but you keep showing up and you keep showing up and you keep showing up. And one day you're like, oh, it doesn't feel as challenging for me to make myself go to the gym. Like it just feels like a part of my life. Even though I may not thoroughly enjoy it, I'm not going to miss it, right? That's exactly what this is. So you're going to start forming those habits. And something that I talk about so much in one of my monthly workout programs, especially last month, I was talking about how habits will trump your feelings, because you want to make sure that you just instill habits that really, really support where you want to go, because you're going to wake up feeling like shit a lot of days. So as long as you're focused on the habit and know that once you get these habits locked in, they're going to help you change those feelings. So focus on the habit. Don't focus on the feeling. Don't focus on the feeling. Don't focus on the feeling. Please listen to me when I say that. Like, I want to be a broken record, because your feelings are going to change multiple times a day. But if you have habits that really support where you want to go, such as listening to podcasts, reading books, making sure you go and work out, making sure you're supporting your body and your mindset with healthy food, because I know the second I start eating crap, my thoughts go down the gutter. Like, sugar affects me so much when I eat a lot of sugar for a lot of days in a row that I start to get so depressed. I start to get anxious. And that's really when it starts to affect my other habits. So make sure you have those habits in place that are going to support your mindset. That if you've got a really tough week or you've got a lot of time with your family and you know they're going to give you a hard time, make sure that you plan in some walks in the morning, or make sure that you are really planning in guarded time to help build up your self-esteem, to build up your motivation, and to build up the vessel that's going to be in that environment, because it will get broken down. I don't care what happens. If you're in an environment that doesn't support where you want to go, it will get broken down. So do everything you can to support what you want to do through your actions and your habits. Do everything you can, because it is a life or death situation. And when I say a life or death situation, I mean the life of your soul, the life of your dharma, the life of your mission. It is a life or death situation, because I really believe it's the difference between being alive and living. So are you just alive? Are you just on this planet? Or are you truly living the life that you want? Right? I heard this awesome country song. It was, some days you're surviving, some days you're alive, and some days you're living. And I really believe that we get to choose through our habits that we are living more often than just surviving or just being alive. So you guys, I'm so grateful for you. Thank you so much for showing up every single week to this podcast. And it means the world to me when you share this with somebody who needs it, when you share it on social media, when you get the word out, because I just know that when I needed it, I had friends texting me podcasts, sending me podcasts, and this is something that you can do for someone that you know who's maybe smack dab in the middle of that dark tunnel and doesn't see the light. So until next time, earn your happy. Bye, everyone. Thank you guys so much for spending this time with me on the Earn Your Happy podcast. I am so glad that you stopped by. If you could take 1 second to share this episode with someone you think would love it, that would be absolutely amazing, and we would be forever grateful. Also, please leave us a review if you feel so moved by going to iTunes and leaving us an honest thought, an honest comment. Tell us what you think. Tell us what you want to hear more of. It would really help us out on our journey to helping thousands and thousands of people. Until then, don't forget to earn your happy. Thanks again, guys. Bye-bye.
Want to know a huge secret to my success? Okay, not only my success, but just about every single person that I have interviewed on this podcast who is successful has this in common. You guys, they love to journal. They capture their life lessons and what they're grateful for. But a lot of people don't keep this up consistently. And most people do know that the research shows that journaling deepens your gratitude and increases self-awareness. But did you also know that journaling decreases stress and helps you achieve your goals faster? In fact, journaling is a huge differentiator between average performers at work and high-performing people. It leads to longer-term clarity, confidence, and success. So why don't more people journal? Why didn't I journal consistently? Honestly, they don't like staring at a blank page. It's hard to carry a book around with you or a notepad, and they just don't even know what to write about, or they just forget. That's why I know that you're going to love Growth Day. It's the world's #1 system for self-improvement, and it's like all-in-one personal development in an app. And it has an awesome digital journal, and people love it. Growth Day's digital journal has hundreds of research-backed writing prompts for self-reflection, positive mindset, confidence building, and success. I use them all the time, and it makes me think in ways that I typically don't, and it makes me ask myself better questions, which we all know gets better results in our life. It even has prompts that help you develop a daily, weekly, or monthly habit of reflecting on your life and identifying areas to grow. So it's a perfect time of year to start journaling, you guys. When you sign up at Growth Day, you also get systems for habit tracking, goal setting, and scoring, and improving every area of your life. Best of all, I get to teach there too, you guys. I'm so excited. I hope that I get to see you. I teach live in Growth Day every single month with a new topic just for you. So join me there. Start your free trial at growthday.com/Lori. Hey y'all, I'm so excited to share with you, Earn Your Happy is now part of Growth Day Podcast Network. A bunch of us are coming together to bring more growth to the world and support shows and brands that we truly believe in. And one of my friends is also on the network, and I'd love for you to go subscribe to his show. You guys, Trent Shelton has the most incredible podcast. It's called Straight Up with Trent Shelton, and it's going to remind you that you are built for this. I have heard Trent speak in person multiple times. I've listened to his podcast a ton. He's coming on the show, and I literally cannot wait because this man just spits straight fire. It is like truth that goes to your core and makes you take action right away. If you want one of those podcasts that when you're just out on a walk, you can't help but want to start running and run through a wall in your life, this is the show to go listen to. So you guys, make sure that you go subscribe to the show, Straight Up with Trent Shelton. You're going to love it. Hey, do you know what the big secret is this year? And it shouldn't be a secret because this should be your biggest focus. It is building your community. I am always working on building and nurturing my community, and everyone is talking about the power of community. Without an online community, you just cannot grow organically or create a real movement, which is what I know that we're all after. And you can build trust or monetize your audience. When you get community right, not only does your audience grow faster, but so do your sales. But where's everybody going to be managing their communities these days? And a lot of online entrepreneurs and thought leaders are turning to Circle.so. Circle is an all-in-one community platform. It lets you host content and create discussions, live streams, group chats, and memberships all under your own brand. And what's so cool about Circle.so is that you don't even need a website or Facebook group. Instead, Circle lets you build your own community site where you can host content and manage your members. You can even create locked and unlocked content spaces, groups, and classes. How freaking cool is that? You can put your content behind a paywall too, and you can charge different amounts of money for different spaces on your community site. Circle.so is famously easy to use, and it has a free 14-day trial for you, so you can go check it out, see if you like it, see if you love all the options. Just go to circle.so. Go check it out right now, you guys. Imagine being able to manage your community, start group chats and live classes, and accept payments all in one place. Kind of mind-blowing, since this is usually spread all over the place. You have to log into so many different things. If this is the year to capture, organize, and monetize your community, head over to circle.so. You can get a free trial and start building your online community right now. Just go to circle.so. You guys, you get the 14-day free trial. So just go and see if it's for you. It's going to streamline everything and make your life so much easier. It's so freaking cool.